Hey guys, welcome to the Reparenting Daily podcast, your daily guide for inner child healing. This podcast helps you establish a consistent reparenting routine and is divided into 3 sections. The first is a daily reading, the second is a discussion of that reading followed by suggested journal prompts, and the last section is a peaceful meditation for closing. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from whenever and wherever you're joining us. I'm so glad that you're here as we continue on this journey of self-expansion and growth. If this is your first time, welcome. Now, before we dive in, I have a few quick reminders. Please like, share, and subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Your support here helps us spread the word, allowing us to continue to grow this community. Next, I'd like to introduce our Patreon group, where we have 3 weekly meetings. On Sundays, we have a meditation meeting. On Tuesdays, we have book club meeting. And on Thursdays, we have open topic discussions. These meetings take place at 6 p.m. CEST, so Amsterdam, Paris time. For my next announcement, I'd also like to introduce the Reparenting Daily journal, which you can find on Amazon. This journal follows along with the podcast, so each weekly and monthly themes are reflected in the journal. It provides space for you to keep your notes with plenty of extra resources on each topic to be discussed. It's an excellent tool, and if you purchase it, you can join our weekly meetings for free. Just send me an email and we'll get you linked in. For the last announcement, I'd like to introduce one of my most meaningful creative projects, a 3-volume series entitled Fairy Tales for Reparenting. Now, you might be wondering, why fairy tales? Aren't those just for kids? But through my personal healing journey and in studying the work of Carl Jung, Marie-Louise von Franz, and other spiritual and psychological traditions, I've come to see fairy tales as powerful symbolic maps for transformation. They carry deep, timeless wisdom, especially for those of us doing the hard work of reparenting ourselves. The series follows the structure of the hero's journey. Volume 1 explores the wounded child, stories of loss, betrayal, and innocence. Volume 3 is about the trials of endurance, cunning, and self-discovery. And Volume 3 is the return, stories of transformation, power, and wholeness. Each story is followed by journal prompts and space to reflect on how each story connects to your own inner healing journey. These are not just tales, they're tools. They're an invitation to connect with the part of you that still believes in magic and possibility and healing. You'll find both familiar classic and lesser-known stories from cultures around the world, offering you fresh insights and inspiration on your path. All 3 volumes are now available on Amazon. Your support means so much to me, not just for this project, but for the larger mission of helping myself and others reconnect inwardly. Reparenting is like nurturing a bonsai tree. It's not fast, it's not flashy, but with care, patience, and consistency, it will transform you. Thanks so much for being here and for supporting this work, and also for committing on your personal journey of self-expansion. Now, without further ado, let's dive into today's practice. Today's reading is from The Boundary. It's called Reparenting 101, The Boundaries. It's by Abigail Johnson. This is a reminder we are in July, and the theme this month is Establishing Boundaries and Assertiveness. We're in week 4, which is July 22nd until the 31st, and the theme for this week is Maintaining Healthy Boundaries. Reparenting 101. At its origin, reparenting was a technique where a therapist would treat a patient as a child, literally hold and rock them, speak to them as one would a child, bottle feed them even. It was understandably controversial and is rarely practiced in this form today. Let's look at how you can move through this journey or with the help of a professional. Reparenting is a powerful concept that holds immense potential for healing and personal growth. As a therapist and millennial, I have witnessed the transformative effects of reparenting techniques on people seeking to heal their inner child wounds. Giving yourself what you needed in childhood can not only improve your mental health, but your self-esteem and foster growth and maturity as an adult. This tool can also be very helpful when becoming a parent yourself, altering generational patterns and being a parent you want to be. Reparenting involves providing the care or support that you may have been lacking during childhood. It's about nurturing our inner child and addressing unresolved wounds to foster emotional well-being. Every generation has faced a specific challenge due to changing dynamics of parenting styles and societal influence during their childhood years. The impact of technology, social media, and the fast-paced nature of modern life has left many of us yearning for the nurturing and guidance we may have missed. The traditional conceptualization of reparenting was that the therapist was taking on the role of a nurturing, loving parent to a client. As we learn more about the process, we find that there are ways to facilitate reparenting by assuming this parenting role as therapist or empowering the client to heal their inner child themselves. Identifying your unmet needs is the first step. It's crucial to identify your unmet needs from your childhood. Emotional validation, unconditional love, and consistent support are common needs that may have been left unfilled. Develop self-compassion. Self-compassion is a cornerstone of reparenting. It involves acknowledging, accepting our emotions and experience without judgment. We often face image pressure to meet societal expectations, which can lead to self-criticism and self-doubt. Cultivating self-compassion through practices like journaling, mindfulness, and self-care allow us to nurture our inner child and heal our wounds. Build healthy boundaries. You didn't think we'd get through this without the mission of boundaries, did you? Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries is essential in reparenting. You may have grown up in an era where boundaries were blurred, especially with the rise of social media. Establishing boundaries with friends, family, and others, and ourselves, creates a safe and nurturing environment for personal growth. It allows us to protect our emotional well-being and prioritize our needs. Boundaries are not used to control others, but rather to identify internally or express your own needs and wants in a productive way to improve the relationship. See Jonah Hill for an example of what boundaries are not. Some examples of holding healthy boundaries would be taking time for self-care, even if it means turning down invitations or asking others to take on tasks, or leaving a situation or conversation that makes you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. None of these boundaries are about controlling others' actions, but rather your internal thermostat on making sure your needs are met. Thank you, and that's your reading for today. Today's reading takes us to the roots of what we're doing here every day, reparenting. It's not about blaming the past or pretending we can change it. It's about giving ourselves the love, structure, and protection we didn't get, and learning to respond to our needs with compassion and not criticism. Reparenting begins when you start validating your emotions instead of shaming them, when you stop needing to earn love to perform it, and when you start speaking to yourself like someone who truly matters. It's how we unlearn the belief that we must be perfect to be worthy. It's how we replace the conditional love of the past with unconditional acceptance in the present. And boundaries, they're not about shutting people out. They're about keeping your inner child safe, letting them know that finally, someone is paying attention to their needs. That someone is you. The journey is sacred. You're not broken, you're just becoming. As we go into the journal prompts today. Number 1, what were 3 core needs that didn't get met consistently in childhood, and how can I begin giving them to myself today? Number 2, where in life am I still trying to earn love, approval, or safety by being perfect? And what would it look like if I gave that up and just let myself be? Number 3, if I truly believed I was worthy without changing anything about myself, how would I speak to myself today? How would I treat myself? That's it for today. As always, thanks for being here. Take care of yourself, and please do be well. Welcome back. Now, this is the third and final section of the daily podcast. This is your silent meditation. Please go ahead and find a space where you can be comfortable and undisturbed, where you can relax and spend some time with yourself for this 10-minute silent meditation. You can choose to be sitting, standing, lying down, or in whatever position makes you comfortable today. Take a moment to simply be with yourself. Focus on your breath and gently connect with each part of your body. If thoughts arise, don't let them overwhelm you. Just observe them without attachment. Imagine them as leaves drifting down atop a river, passing by without needing your engagement. Stay present, grounded, and open to this moment, no matter what time you are listening and practicing this meditation. Namaste.